we are inside the public key cryptography basics in order to do task number 6, digital signatures and certificates. In the analog world, you are asked to sign a paper now and then. When you visit the bank to open a savings account, you are most likely asked to sign several documents. When you want to create an account at the local library, you would be asked to fill out and sign the application. The purpose can vary depending on the situation. For example, it can confirm that you agree to the terms and conditions, authorize a transaction, or acknowledge receiving an item. In the digital world, you cannot use your signature, stamp, or fingerprint. You need a digital signature. What's a digital signature? Digital signatures provide a way to verify the authenticity and integrity of a digital message or a document. Proving the authenticity of files means we know who created or modified them. Using asymmetric cryptography, you produce a signature with your private key, which can be verified using your public key. Once you should have access to your private key, which proves you signed the file. In many modern countries, digital and physical signatures have the same legal value. The simplest form of digital signature is encrypting the document with your private key. If someone wants to verify its signature, they would decrypt it with your public key and check if the file match. The process is shown in the image below. We've seen this already. Bob and Alice. Bob, plain text, encrypts with his private key, gets the ciphertext to Alice. Alice gets Bob's public key in order to decrypt the plain text. Some articles use terms such as electronic signature and digital signatures interchangeably. They refer to pasting an image of a signature on top of the document. This approach does not prove the document's integrity, as anyone can copy and paste an image. In this task, we use the term digital signature to refer to signing a document using a private key or a certificate. This process is similar to the image shown above, where Bob encrypts a hash of his document and shares it with Alice along with the original document. Alice can decrypt the encrypted hash and compare it with the hash of the file she receives. This approach proves the document's integrity, unlike pasting a fancy image of a signature. We will cover hashing in the hashing basic room. Certificates prove who you are. Certificates are an essential application of public key cryptography, and they are also linked to digital signatures, a common place where their use is for HTTPS. How does your web browser know that the server you're talking to is really tryhackme.com? The answer lies in certificates. The web server has a certificate that says it is the real tryhackme.com. The certificate has a chain of trust starting with the root CNA, certificate authority. From install time, your device, operating system, and web browser automatically trust root CAs. Certificates are trusted only when the root CAs say they trust the organization that signed them. In a way, it is a chain. For example, the certificate is signed by an organization. The organization is trusted by a CA. And the CA is trusted by your browser. If we go in, for instance, we are in Firefox. You can do this for any browser. We go to the 3 lines over here, settings, and just in the search box, certificate. You can see already certificates, well, view certificates. And here we see some certificates that we already have authorized in here. This is basically what this step refers to. You can take a look at the certificates authority trusted by Mozilla Firefox here and by Google here. Let's see. Yeah, so basically here you can check out the new list of certificates, right? Mozilla included CA certificates. What's basically included by default in the Mozilla root certificate, and then here for Firefox, for Chrome, sorry. Yeah, cool. Let's say you have a website and want to use HTTPS. This step requires having a TLS certificate. You can get one from the various certificate authorities from an annual fee. You can also get them for free, by the way. Furthermore, you can get your own TLS certificate for domains you using oh yeah, here, there you go. So they also provide you, which is what I was talking about. For instance, here, encryption for everybody, a non-profit providing free TLS certificates to more than 700 million websites. If you run a website, it's worth setting up and switching to HTTPS, as any modern website would do. Answer the questions below. What does a remote web server use to prove itself to the client? Certificate. What would you use to get a free TLS certificate for your website? Well, let's encrypt. Let's encrypt.